Hey guys, if you looking to stop losing money in your trade, watch this video the whole because I'm going to show a super excellent profit making strategy. I use the Bitcoin chart with the 15-minute time frame for showcasing the strategy, but keep in mind these strategy can be used in other time frame and other charts as well. For the first indicator, go to top of screen. We open the indicators tab in TradingView the website and type PSAR support resistance and add this indicator to our charts. As the name suggests, this indicator works based on parabolic SAR, but we need to modify it so it would give us high accurate signals. In order to do that, we open PSAR support resistance indicators settings. In the Style tab, we disable plot, SAR high, SAR low options, and then we set the buy option to below bar and the sell option to above bar. We change the color of moving average 1 to white and moving average 2 to blue. Next, we move on to the Inputs tab. In the Inputs tab, we got to set the start option to 0.01. Next, we change the increment option to 0.012 and we set maximum option to 0.02. Then we change moving average length to 100 and choose SMA for the moving average type. And after that, we change the second moving average length to 200 and set the moving average type to WMA. In order to enter a buy trade using this indicator, we got to wait for a buy signal. After seeing the buy signal, we must make sure that the candlestick of the signal is above both moving averages 100 and 200. And the next condition is that the trigger candlestick must be above these colored areas which has been drawn here. So if all the conditions are met, we are allowed to enter the trade using this long signal. And it is the exact opposite for entering short trade. In order to enter a short trade, a sell signal has to be given by the indicator. Then we got to check and make sure that the signal's candlestick is below both moving averages 100 and 200. And the candlestick also must be below this drawn colored area. So if all conditions are fulfilled, we can enter a short trade using this signal. Whenever market enters a range zone, PSAR-support resistance indicator is capable of giving you the ability to identify market range zone. In this way that when the trigger candlestick is in this colored area, it means that market is in the range zone and you shouldn't enter trades using these signals such as these signals here. In all of these examples, signals, candlesticks were in the colored area, so we couldn't have used these signals to enter trades, and this can save us from losing money in trades. The next point about identifying range zones in a market is that when both moving averages 100 and 200 are moving horizontally on each other or really close to each other, this is a sign of a market range zone. And by seeing this situation, you shouldn't enter trades using the given signals. A situation exactly like these examples that both these buy and sell signals are considered false according to this point and losing in these trades is prevented. But now it is time to improve our strategy and make it more profit-making. For this purpose, we open the Indicators tab in TradingView platform again and type a multi-term indicator in the search bar and add this indicator to our chart. At first, the indicator looks like this and it doesn't draw anything on our charts. In order to use this indicator, we need to open its settings. There are many options here at our disposal. In this strategy, we are going to use MACD split color and trend bars options. Next, scroll down and change this length option to 28, which is the third number option from top. Then set the fast length option here to 28 and set the slow length to 45. Now we gotta move to Style section. In the Style section, we tab change the settings as I do. First, we have to change this background color here to white and set its opacity to 20%. Then we change the next background color to red and set its opacity to 20% as well. After that, we disable the MACD line option here and we also disable signal line option from over here as well. Next, we increase green histogram's opacity from here and we make it bolder. We do the same thing to red histogram option as well. We increase its opacity and histogram thickness. We can click on the OK button now. Now, after receiving a buy signal from PSAR indicator and making sure all its conditions are met, like trigger candles tick being above the colored areas and moving average lines. For getting more information, we need to check multi-10 indicator as well. The signal is confirmed only if the histogram of this indicator is green and above the 0 level, and also the background color of this indicator needs to be white. So if all these conditions are fulfilled, the buy signal is valid and you can use this signal to enter buy trade. And also for entering sell trade after the sell signal is given by PSAR indicator and all its conditions, meaning signal candlestick being below the colored area and moving averages are met, we need to check out the multi-tank indicator. If the histogram of this indicator is red and below the zero line and the background color is red, this signal is confirmed. By having all these conditions met, this signal is valid and we could have used it to enter sell trade. Now, let's test this strategy more in the chart history. As you can see, by doing only 6 trades, we could gain 197% profit. This is really amazing for a trading strategy in the 15 minutes time frame. But to make this strategy ever more precise, I'm going to add a third indicator to my chart. So open the Indicators tab and search for Directional Movement Index Trend and add this indicator to your trading setup. This is how Directional Movement Indicator looks like and we need to optimize it. So we open DMI trend settings and in the style section we disable the ADX option. We change the DI histogram color options 0 to 4 to a same green color. Then we set the color options 5 to 8 to a same red color. Next, we move on to the Inputs tab. In the Input section, we change DI length to 45 and ADX smoothing option 28. Now that our trading strategy is complete, the trade entry conditions are these. For entering a buy trade, we need a buy signal given by PSAR support resistance indicator. Then the signal candlestick has to be above both moving averages 100 and 200. It also has to be outside of this colored area and placed above it for us to get the confirmation OK. For the next confirmation, the histogram of a multi-10 indicator must be green and above the zero level and also the background color has to be white. So far, this signal is valid. But for the final confirmation, the histogram of DMI trend has got to be green and above the zero level. So this buy signal is completely valid. And for entering the long trade, we do so at the closing of the signal candlestick, which is this candlestick here. We could set our stop loss below the previous swing low of the market. We set the stop loss exactly here, which is below the last swing low on the chart. And for exiting the trade, we should consider 1:2 risk-reward ratio for our target. But for entering a short trade, a sell signal has to be given and afterwards the candlestick of this signal has to be below both moving averages and the colored area. This signal is valid to this point. For the next confirmations, the histogram of multi-chain indicator has to be red and below zero line and also the background of this indicator must be red colored. Next, for the last confirmation, we need to check the MI trend indicator, which is histogram has to be red and it should also be below the zero level. This sell signal is also totally valid. For entering the trade, we could enter the sell trade at the closing of the signal candlestick, that is this one here, and we could set our stop loss to above the previous swing high. To get out of the trade, we should adjust our target with a 1:2 risk-reward ratio. Guys, if you like this, so hit the like button and subscribe the channel for new video. See you soon. Thanks for watching the video.